Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
My lifetime to serve as your president. I love the job, but I love my country more. I love my country more. And all this talk about how I'm angry at all those people who said I should step down. That's not true.
Man, you know what, Jody? I did not bring enough mascara. Let me just say that right now.
I didn't either.
You did. Maybe you can borrow some guy liner from J.D. Vance.
Oh, well, I mean, if he were here, yes.
Live from the DNC, it is the Stephanie Miller Show. Oh, my God. Jody, I mean, I'm a crier, but oh, my God.
A late night crier.
Yeah. Last night was just, I don't even know. I'm running out of ways to, put into words. It was, I knew I was prepared that it was going to be so emotional, but it was just amazing. I mean, I'm so glad he got the outpouring of love. Mm-hmm. And I hope he felt every second of that.
It looked like he did. He wiped a tear from his eye.
I mean, the surprise appearance by Kamala Harris, the Hillary Clinton speech was amazing. AOC, Jasmine Crockett. I mean, our bench is so deep and so broad and goes for generations.
Yes.
They were all great.
Yes.
I mean, it's our Jamie Raskin, all of our buddies, that have done Sexy Liberal with us.
Yes.
Just hit it out of the park.
Yes, from the Justins to the Bidens, the entire generational span.
I met a Justin yesterday.
Yes,
He's hopefully going to come on the show.
Yes, we met a Justin, the one with the long hair.
Justin Jones.
Yes.
Yes, at a luncheon for my body pack for choice. Mm-hmm. And I told him we just had Gloria Johnson on. Yep. And so hopefully he'll try to, but he was a sweetheart.
Yes.
He's 4 years old. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't know if he's 4, but that's some head of hair that young man's got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a free lunch, so of course Chris and I went. Yeah,
and it was all Chicago food. It was like a Chicago dogs and Italian beef, and it was really good.
I ate my weight in cheese. It's Jody, what were your thoughts? I mean, by the way, Chris and I were not in the hall because if you understand the logistics here. Yeah. Oh, my God. So we come in at ass o'clock and there's no one here.
There's no line, which is great.
But when you leave at any point, the line is at least like a couple of hours to get back in. It goes blocks and blocks and blocks.
And it has to be because, for security purposes. There are some very important people gathered here.
Yeah. We would have been here for like 11 hours to make it to the big speeches. And also, we don't have the fancy passes, so I think you trade it in for a pass that you can use for 20 minutes, and then you have to get the F out. Yep. So anyway, we could see it better, really. And also, I got to say, the guy that owns the show, he did the whole, all the way through Fugelsang's show at midnight. He was here yesterday so he'll be joining us later.
I think probably after the show ends.
Yeah, but poor Fugelsang was on till midnight.
Yeah, and they said he was getting giddy towards the end.
Getting?
It was giddier than our show, right? Yeah. Jody, what were your and Sean, what did you watch? What did you?
Well,
what were your thoughts?
I saw it this morning when I got up at midnight.
And
I listening to those and watching it. It was very emotional.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody said, again, Hillary Clinton, not a natural speaker like an Obama or even a Kamala Harris, but amazing and so cathartic for so many of us that love her so much. We're still going to die mad. Oh, I love that everyone thinks that she stole Fight Song from me. Normally I like to take credit for everything.
It was a popular song.
I stole it from her because it was her song in 2016, and I will die mad, and so that's why.
Right.
But I love everyone's like, that's Stephanie Miller's song. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Katrina from Katrina and the Waves thought you stole the song from her. So
exactly. But it was, and I just loved, how they went right at Donald Trump from Hillary Clinton to Biden on down. Oh my God! And Trump on cue is losing his shizzle. How many pages, Jody, is this statement from the bassinet of the?
And that was yesterday. God only knows what he's doing this morning.
I know. Well, I was thinking this has to be driving him crazy. It was pitch perfect last night. It was. I mean, the most amazing joyous celebration I've ever seen. Steve Kerr, the basketball, the Olympic, just won the Olympics, the basketball coach. Like it just, they hit every single note.
Yeah.
You know? And AOC and Jasmine Crockett were fire. They were fire.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I know, rude pundits like, there's my next president.
Exactly.
But man, it just was a day. Chris and I started the day getting photobombed by a Pelosi, which could only happen at the DNC. We posted the video. We were geeking out on the California delegation sign.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, there's a California delegation sign.
Christine Pelosi. I was like, what are you? Oh, it's American royalty.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, hi.
And she couldn't have been more awesome and
She's coming
down
on
to
the
earth.
show.
Yeah, she's coming on the show today.
Yeah, we have Charlie Pierce will be here live.
Yep.
We have
he's on his way.
Gloria Allred, who has been fighting for women. This is the year of the woman.
That's
She's been
right.
fighting for women's rights forever. Our buddy. She will be joining us. Do I have the thing in front of me?
Where did you put the
Representative
thing?
Don Beyer.
Don Beyer?
I don't
Of Virginia?
I don't know. Oh my God! Chris and I are leaving the hotel, and he's like, "Okay, where are your credentials?" And I was like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, I totally run that thing.
Thank God you caught that. I had to go back
Okay,
up
where are
and
your credentials?
I had to go back and get mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so that was just stuff like that happens here. You know, we're just, you don't know who you're going to meet walking around.
Yeah.
You know.
And they're the lights again.
There we go.
Yeah, you
and
gotta
people are
explain
like,
that
thank
again.
you for explaining it. I thought I was having a stroke
Yeah.
or you and Chris were, but the billboards keep changing. And
Yeah.
so it's a horror film.
Yeah. And
Where's that ring light? Mommy needs her ring light.
When WCPT gets here, I will ask them if we can borrow their ring light.
I ran into Richard Chu on the street.
Yeah.
This is what DNC week is like.
Yeah.
From our WCPT affiliate.
Yep. And I
I
ran into my friend Miguel, who was waiting in line.
Right.
Miguel, we worked with since 2004 when he worked with Debbie Stabenow, when he worked with Jan Schakowsky. So, ran into him. He was waiting in line.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, every station that's ever fired me is here. So that's nice.
This is true.
A walk down memory lane for me.
KFI's over there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a good talk with them, though.
Yeah. I know. You know what I realized? Gary and Shannon, who do a fantastic show over there, they were there when I was there. That's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
When I was a child star.
When you're 10?
Yeah, when you were 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, here's the other thing. So we tweeted the video. We went after the show in the morning to do our little video with our California delegation, the Christine Pelosi. And did you see some maggot? They're just so bad at this. They tweeted back at me. They're like, "Oh, you did, only the two of you were there, and Chrissy must have been lonely. Where's all the enthusiasm we've heard about it?" I'm like, "It's in the effing morning,
Right?
You moron."
Yeah, nobody gets here until.
I'm like, tune in when the actual convention's on.
Yeah, the shuttle buses don't start from our hotel until 3:30. So
it's pretty obvious that it was in the morning.
Right.
That's when I tweeted it. There's no one there yet.
They're really bad at this.
Yeah, they are.
It's like the guy that's like, "Oh, show the small audience it's sexy liberal." And so fortunately we had all these like giants.
Yeah.
And then more listeners tweeted more pictures going, "Oh, you missed that the whole balcony was full too."
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one. Yeah, it's all AI, as you know.
Of course.
The shows are completely empty.
Yeah.
It's all AI.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with processing last night. I'm glad, Jody, that first soundbite, I'm glad that Biden addressed that there's all this. I just love this sort of wholesale rejection of mainstream media and their spin and their punditry.
Right.
That's why all our friends here, like, JoJo from Jers and Brooklyn Dad and everybody that's here, Allison Gill, all of these great influencers, because as we keep saying, kids aren't getting their news. They don't watch cable news. They're not getting,
Right.
So the stuff that we get upset about, they're not even paying attention to.
Right.
Anyway, but him addressing the reporting that he was mad at a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That I think particularly at Pelosi. And I'm glad he addressed that right off the top. He said it's just not true.
Yeah.
And it was a giant love fest last night.
It was.
And, we were talking about, I obviously love Nancy Pelosi, always have. And so I get that a lot of us were sensitive, didn't like the way this happened, that it was public, that Joe Biden didn't deserve humiliation. He is such an amazing president and patriot. I think, mostly we're talking about George Clooney, and we will handle that in Hollywood.
We'll talk about
America.
that in the house.
Yes, inside the house, not at the barbecue. But, she's got to be the smartest political mind of our time.
Absolutely.
And she was right. And even Joe Biden has now said it was the right decision.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't easy for him. But, I think she was interviewed yesterday, and she said, well, I wanted to win. And, if people want to be mad at me, I guess they can. But also we were saying, I think she was very careful. She never said he needs to get out.
No.
She never
She
did.
didn't,
She left it up to him.
she didn't Clooney him.
Right.
Right.
I mean, she always said it is his choice.
Right.
I mean, clearly. But, the thing is, also, Jody, clearly there was a discussion going on behind closed doors that obviously ended in how this went, particularly with Kamala, So there obviously were things going on that we didn't know,
Right.
So, and I just was saying, nobody knows how to count votes like Nancy Pelosi.
Absolutely.
And,
She outlined the reasons for him, why it might be a good idea, and left it up to him to make the decision.
yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
that's what I always said is let's stop with the speculation and the fantasy football. It is one person's, it is Joe Biden's decision, period. And I just, everything he said last night, picture at the end even of him holding his little grandson's hand and just, the whole, just that whole, Jill and the love in that family. And I love that, would he come out to Higher Love? And then what was the end song when he was leaving? Because I thought it really is. It's for him. It's all about love of family and love of country.
Yep.
And he said, I love this job, but I love my country more.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just, how I just interred my mom at Arlington, and on my dad's grave, I remember it says, he served well his God, his country, and his family.
There you
And
go.
that's Joe Biden,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, anyway, so it just was an incredible explosion of just sort of gratitude and patriotism, I think,
Yep. Absolutely. So, it got started off on the right foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the left foot.
What,
On the correct foot.
Give me, real quick, give me 12. This was so fantastic because I think she surprised even.
She did.
I think even, right, what do you call it? Tim Walz and her husband.
Yeah.
I don't think all of us were like, oh my God. yeah, here it is.
It is so good to be with everyone this evening in this hall and everyone at home. This is going to be a great week. And I want to kick us off by celebrating our incredible President, Joe Biden, who will be speaking later tonight. Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to do. We are forever grateful to you.
Amen.
Yay.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
You need your box.
Thank you,
Yes, I do.
Joe.
God, and I learn even new things about her. I just saved this because, when her best friends were out. So when I was in high school, I had a best friend. This was Kamala Harris speaking, but the best friends came out last night.
Right.
But she said when I was in high school, I had a best friend I learned was being molested. They talked about this too. And she said a big part of the reason I wanted to be a prosecutor was to protect people like her. And I just love the storyline of her life, that's been her journey,
Her
is
MO.
wanting to
Yeah.
protect people. And Jody, there is not maybe enough mascara for this week.
Well, we'll get you a makeup sponge and a tube of mascara.
I lost my makeup sponge in the car on the way here.
Today, we're venturing into the shadowy realm of conspiracy theories. What draws people to these often controversial and unproven ideas? From moon landing denials to flat earth theories, let's explore the psychological and social underpinnings of why some individuals buy into conspiracy theories.